Number two of the day, taco number two has been released on Prize Picks, and it's an NHL taco with Jordan Binnington, discounted from 27.5 to 23.5. I actually like this taco much better than the Shai Alexander one. So obviously we're taking the over, but we'll take all the discounts over. My two-man, I'll be running for this one. I will go back to NBA. There is a lot of good value for NBA. But for this one, I'm going to go straight to fantasy score. And there's several options that I like for fantasy score. But I'm going to go with Aaron Gordon at 33. I think this line is going to be bumped. I mean, he's been averaging about 40 or more. He's a good player. He rebounds, assists, and he gets about 15 to 18 points a game. So at 33, I think it's a steal. And that's the one I'll be pairing up with Jordan Binnington. If you need three more props for a five-man, I'll go to Anthony Edwards. He is at 43. As it's been bumped, I think it's at 43.5. I like the value. He's been averaging a little bit over 46, 47. In his last matchup against Golden State, he had over 50. I think he's going to regress just a little bit, but I still think he's going to go well over 43.5. That'll be another option to take. His will be his assist. His assist is at 5. He's been averaging about 7 a game in the past 8 games. So if you don't want to take his fantasy score, you can look into his assist. Next up, we're gonna go with, if you want to take, will be Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. For him, his points or his fantasy score or his rebounds is also good, or his blocks and steals. There's a lot of options for Tyrese Maxey. He had a huge game against Indiana this last matchup. He had 50 points, so his fantasy was somewhere in the 70 range. But for this, I'll be taking Tyrese Maxey for fantasy. Joel Embiid is still questionable. Not sure if he's 50-50. Not sure if he's going to play or not. So Tyrese Maxey is obviously going to take the load off of that. But I think he's going to soar over 50 for fantasy. I don't think he's going to score 50 points. He's definitely going to regress from that, but he's going to still have an overall all-around great game. So you can take his fantasy score in that. And my last one will be Luguentz Dort. Key role player for the Thunder. And for him, there's a couple options that I like. His fantasy score is the top one I like. He's been averaging close to 30. But I like the matchup here against the Spurs. I think he's going to have 25 or more. He's a good role player for the Thunder. If you want to make it a 5-man, you can take Luguentz Dort for his fantasy score, or his blocks and steals is also good. He's been averaging 3 of the past 8 games. So if you want to take his blocks and steals, is good too. Those are the 5 I'll be running with. Obviously, for the tacos, I'm just going to be running the 2-mans. I'll just be running Jordan Binnington, Taco 2, and Aaron Gordon as my top choice. Hopefully you saw my earlier video, you avoided that bump. But I took obviously the Taco number 1 and Jalen Suggs first half fantasy, which has been bumped 3 times since I initially placed the bet. So obviously Prize Picks is knowing the value there. A lot of people are taking the over on that. I'll fade that. And take Aaron Gordon, or you can take Michael Porter Jr. as well for fantasy score. Trying to build a bankroll. We did have a rough day yesterday. We went 3 of 5, so hopefully we do better today and we get these 2 tacos. Taco number 3 is still up for voting. I'll have a video out later, and I'm gonna make that one a 6-man, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.